Hey everyone, this is Simon from the Ski Exchange. Previously I did a video on mounting the Salomon Shift hybrid binding. Today I'm going to do a similar type of video but with a more interesting different type of binding. Today I'm going to be working with a brand called Cast. Cast work exclusively with the Look Pivot binding, the Pivot 15 and the Pivot 18, and it's going to allow us to turn a normal alpine downhill binding into a tech binding. So I'll show you how it works. Cast comes in three colour options, raw, which is this silvery colour, a gold, or the funky Forza cosmetic. Additionally, you can get different AFD plates depending on your boot sole. So we've got grip walk, which is now pretty much the industry standard. If you've got the older walk to ride system or normal alpine system, these can all be retrofitted afterwards. When you purchase Cast, you can buy it as a complete set with the pivot binding, or you can buy it to an existing binding setup as an upgrade, so costing you less money and less stuff to get thrown away. So I'm going to go through it in a bit more detail now. So today what I'm going to do is use a ski that's already been drilled for Look Pivot bindings. We've got 4 holes in the toe, 4 holes in the heel. So it's the kind of setup you can do at home. If you work in a ski pro shop and you've got the Look jig, because you can re-drill a ski or a new ski, the only additional thing you'd need to purchase is an adapter to go onto your pivot jig. At home you can do without this, as the bindings come with a paper template. So I'm going to go through each stage one bit at a time. Okay, the first part is probably the most frightening. It's disassembling the toe piece. So what we have is the traditional pivot toe. I'm going to unwind the DIN screw here, remove all the parts, and then fit it to the Cast touring system. Now I've finished unwinding the DIN, the barrel should just slide out like so. And the key thing really is trying to keep all the pieces together and in the same order. So first of all, we've got the housing and then the spring, and then we might just need a little prodder. This part here, and then you can see now inside the binding, this is the fiddly messy bit. I'm going to release the toe like so, keeping separate and that's separate. So this can now be put to one side, and we're going to fix it to the Cast system. Okay, now we fitted the toe piece, we're ready to mount the bindings onto the ski. This ski's already been pre-drilled, the bindings are already mounted. A couple of things now. Obviously we've got the 4 holes for the heel piece and the 4 for the toe. This is where you'd either use the Cast drilling template to go over the heel holes to mount the 2 center holes, or again, if you're in a pro workshop, you can add this to the Look Pivot jig to add 2 additional holes. So what I'm going to do now, use the existing holes, mount the bindings, making sure that we use plenty of wood glue, because obviously these have been drilled and screwed previously. I like to do all of this by hand, not using any electronic screwdrivers. You can just get a much better feel for it. When I'm mounting the toe, you'll notice that I'll start mounting, then I'm going to put the binding in place before I screw it down really, really tight. So let's get to it. We add the AFD plate, so we have a little screw down here. The bindings come with a little Allen key, and then we select the right AFD plate. So depending on what you've ordered, be it a grip walk, walk to ride, or alpine, and then this slowly slides into place. Need a little bit of persuasion, and then we screw this in like so. Toe piece is in place. To remove it, when you want to use the touring mode, inside we have a little switch. Just push this across, the binding will slide off, and then we can add the tech toe. So this just comes in like so. You push it back and it locks into place. Again, for removal, we can pop that off and away it comes. Heel piece works the same as the toe. So we first of all pop some wood glue in, and then we mount the heel straight back into position as it was before. I've now installed the climbing bales and the brake lock. Just show you quickly how this works. So the brake lock is really tight. So that's, here we've got the normal brakes here. This lever comes over. Obviously, if you're standing on the snow, you can do it just standing on it. That locks into place. And then we've got three options really when you're climbing up the hill. You can have it pretty flat and even. You can have an incline of 8 degrees or 12 degrees. This locks down like so. And again, releasing the toe, push the button in here, take the binding out, and the tooling setting just drops into place. Couldn't be easier. I hope you enjoyed my brief video. This is quite a simple system to use. Obviously, a pro shop is a piece of cake, but at home, don't feel too scared about using it. When you get your cast delivered, you also get an enormous instruction manual, which is great because you've got visual aids as well as descriptions. It's a very simple system. Just take your time. And again, I would just recommend not using an electric screwdriver. Try and do everything by hand. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.